I couldn't think of a better friend than Eva. A better friend than Eva is to her friends. Eva is an unflinching, determined, moral role model.
I would say that she would be remembered as a model for young Hispanics, especially young Hispanic women. I think she will be remembered as a role model for all of us.
We had the governor, a senator, and Eva stole the show. Her speech was so dynamic, and of course, it was not rehearsed or prepared, but it was from her heart.
My favorite quality of Eva Tucker is her sense of humor. I think the ability to laugh at oneself is something that most people have not yet mastered. And it's sad because we take ourselves so seriously that we don't really enjoy life.
Oh, Mrs. Tucker's presence. Mrs. Tucker is in her younger years, I guess, when she was just healthy, you'd see her. She was vibrant. You'd see her. She was just a fine lady. Just someone who you could see, you could look at, you could just appreciate the way she looked, the way she carried herself. And I think that's going to be missed also.
She's always been, in my mind, a grand lady. Her stature, her sterling qualities, her warmth, I think of as a grande dame, a grand lady.
She is always ready and willing to help somebody that's in need.
Just the way she's inspired me. I mean, she really does care about people. She helps people. She loves people.
Her absolute, unshakable faith in her church and in the Lord. Good times, high times, low times, anytime. She's been foremost a Christian and a Catholic.
So many of the things in her life are in her past. She shows you photographs of her family, her friends, and they're all dead. But I've reminded her, and others have, well, Eva, you've got all of us. She's lived through generations of people.
Solamente una vez amé la vida, solamente una vez y nada más.
When you talk about Eva, you can't help but talk about her interest in youth and in children.
She's my reality check to be sure that I'm trying to stay on the right track.
Hopefully she will be remembered for her spirit.
She's just a feisty woman, very independent. And I don't think I'll ever meet a person like that in my life again. I never have, and I probably never will.
In a sense, she won't be missed. She'll be a living memory. She'll be with us every day because she has done so much for so many people.
Not only will she be missed for her philanthropy and her contributions, but I think her presence. I think her presence is something anywhere. Even Mrs. Tucker is not one to stay home. If there's a party someplace, she's going to go. If there's a dance someplace, she's going to go. If there's a fundraiser someplace, she's going to go and she's going to enjoy herself. I think that people are going to remember Mrs. Tucker not for how she passed or anything like that, but they're going to remember her for how she lived. And Mrs. Tucker really defined the word living. They're going to remember her for that more than anything else.
One of my favorite quotes about Eva is by Dr. Sines, one of Eva's early students. Dr. Sines, who was the head of the language department at the University of Kentucky, commented one time, "Some people say that Eva has had no children." The educator went on to say, "Eva has had hundreds of children from New York to California, north, south, east, and west. They are the shining brown faces with sparkling brown eyes, the Hispanic children that Eva has nurtured, befriended, inspired, taught throughout her entire life. These are Eva's children.
En el corazón.